at number one, and to be honest with you, Cole, I think there's a gap between number one and everybody else. I am that bullish on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. I just think they're that good. I already like what I saw from a true freshman last year in Anthony Knapp at left tackle.
Yeah.
I love that you've seen starters from last year leave in favor of, hey, they wanted the spot. They weren't guaranteed the spot. They leave. Well, because the guys that are coming back are that good. You lost Charles Jagusaw in the preseason last year. We saw him in 2 games be a difference maker at guard. He's now going to settle in at that spot. Emil Wagner gave you great reps at right tackle last year. At center, Ashton Craig got hurt in the first 4 games of the year. He's now back and healthy and 100%. And then Billy Shrout, who I think is really, really solid there at left guard as well. I just think across the board, they're starting 5. I think this group has elevated beyond everybody else in college football. And frankly, I just don't think the conversation at 1 is that close with whoever would be sitting there in the second spot, third spot, or what have you.
And part of that, and I have the advantage of being around Mike Golick Jr. and being around Aaron Taylor on a regular basis, is just the room has never let itself get away from what it is and what it's supposed to be and what they want it to be. And whether that has been when Aaron Taylor played there, when Joe Moore was coaching there, or when Quentin Nelson was there, or Ronnie Stanley was there, like, it's just, they know what they need to be, and they've never allowed it to get too far away from that. And I think there's a bit of pride that comes with that. There's a bit of awareness and wherewithal that comes to that there's a standard that you better hold high and go out there and play that way. Now, what we're seeing this year, I think, is the ultimate benefit that is almost impossible to see when it's happening, of losing guys early in a season, whether that be preseason camp or the first couple of games, because as a fan, you're devastated. I mean, we talked to multiple people on our radio show before the season began last year, like, what are they going to do? Losing both tackles in the preseason, having no idea where they're going to go. They're going to be young. It's going to be this guy. And then we're sitting there in New Orleans watching them in the Sugar Bowl, and they look like they're still going out there and being the part of the team that can help them win football games. Like you mentioned with Jagusaw, I'm walking around there in New Orleans on the field before the game, and I see 56, and I see the name on the jersey, because the bowl games, they put their names on the jerseys. And I'm like, well, that's nice. They're letting him warm up a little bit and like feel like he's a part of the team. And then I actually see him in drills, and I'm like, well, hold on a second. I think I found you. And I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if that kid doesn't play a little bit, just based on how he's handled himself. And then the next week comes in and is a big piece of what they had to have, what they needed. So I just think that they have multiple guys that want it. They want it on their shoulders. They want it to fall on them. They're okay with it being a line of scrimmage game. And it doesn't matter what spot they're put in, 4th and 1, 3rd and 12, go play guard this week, even though you haven't done it all year long. All right, cool. I'll go over there and I'll knock the hell out of somebody. And it's what Jagusaw did. And it's kind of what they do, whether it's a guard playing center, a center playing guard. They just understand what it's all about. They've got nasty. They have wherewithal. And I'll give Coach Freeman and his staff credit too. They have a brilliant offensive coordinator who allows them to go be that. This is not a group that they try to escape. It's not a group that they try to hide or cloud things around. They let them be that group, whether it's one starter back or all 5 starters back. And like you said, I can't even imagine what they would have been like if they had a couple guys back that stayed from a depth perspective. I mean, hell, they probably run 7 offensive linemen out there half the time. But it's going to be a fun group to watch. And I mean, listen, when you got Jeremiah Love toting the rock, he's going to make you look right a lot of the times, no matter what you're doing, because he's that talented. But this should be a fun group to watch in the run game, because they know how to manage it, and they got a pretty good guy toting it behind them.
Now, well, there it is, 1 through 10. Notre Dame takes the top spot. Number 2, Texas A&M. Number 3, the Florida Gators. 4, Alabama. 5, the Utah Utes. 6 is Miami. 7 is Penn State. 8 is the Auburn Tigers. 9, that would be Clemson Tigers. And then at 10, the Oregon Ducks, and then a handful of teams in our honorable mention list.